Wednesday, y'all. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, and my other co-worker, Maino, is here.
New Maino.
Good morning.
Maino.
Yeah.
Maino's in a good mood. He's in the office.
Great mood, baby. I'm back.
He's back. I'm over here. I have to find a gown. I've never worn a gown in my life.
Never?
No.
You keep getting invited to the Met Gala, though.
I'm going to another gala on Tuesday. It's called the Ms. Foundation.
Ms. Foundation. Okay.
Yes, indeed. And I was with my agent yesterday, Heather, and she was like, all right, Angela, you ready for this? And I said, yeah, I'm wearing a dress. She's like, no, you need a gown.
So gown has to be like
So fancier.
fancy, maybe to
It's
the
longer,
maybe
longer.
long, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I'm short too, so I feel like whatever I wear has to be like
This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna have like a tail, like it just like drags.
a tail.
Right.
Man, listen, I have to wear a tail.
You're getting honored, right?
No, I am not. But I'm actually hosting part of it, so
You making a
I'm
speech.
excited.
Definitely.
I don't know.
Speaking.
Yeah, I think I do have to speak. You know, it's what I do for a living.
Right. We know you don't go nowhere unless you're getting honored and
That's not true.
on the panel. We know
That's
that.
not true, but we're going to talk about that during About Last Night. We're going to have a fun show today. Daryl Fairweather is going to be joining us.
Okay.
She is the chief economist for Redfin.
Sounds like a smart woman.
She's brilliant, by the way. She went to MIT, so you know that's not an easy school to get into.
At all.
And do you guys know what Redfin is?
No.
So it's in the United States and Canada, but when you're trying to like buy a house or look at different things, like it can show you what the climate is like in a certain area, if there's any type of like flood watches that you have to be concerned about, if all of those different things. It shows you like houses for sale. You can comp whatever's in the area. But Redfin, it's a great resource for that. I use it all the time.
Yeah, I use it to see what houses are going for in my neighborhood or the area I already have a house in.
Yeah. Yep. I get alerts every day. Like this house is for sale. This house just sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you just let you be nosy.
But there's a lot going on with the housing economy right now. And so I think she's the type of person that will be able to shed light on all of that. You know, it's hard for people to buy homes right now. She'll tell us why. How is this trending? Is there a recession? But like I said, she is a chief economist. And so, yeah.
And she could tell us about that whole, those headlines about if my credit is good, am I going to have a hard time getting an interest rate? You'll
get a higher interest rate there.
Yeah. She can explain that to us, right?
All right. Yes. She'll be able to explain all of that. But you know what we do right now. Shine a light on them. That's how we start the show. Who do you want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. Shine a light on them. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
We gon' light the block up. I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Maino.
Yeah. I'm here. I need my drop, please.
Yes. And it's time to shine a light. That's when you shout out somebody doing something amazing and positive. You know who I want to shine a light on today?
Who?
Kevin Lyles.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Shout out to Kevin Lyles.
Kevin Lyles is the co-founder of 300 Entertainment. He also has his own management company. But I had a women's dinner last night. Sorry, Maino, that's why you weren't invited. But we had a women's dinner.
I'm never invited.
It was for women.
It was for women, man.
But you never invite me.
Kevin did briefly stop by right in the beginning before everybody got there just to have a quick drink and then go to the Janet Jackson concert. But I just want to shout out Kevin Lyles because he is the type of person that is always like, what do you need? How can I help? What can we do to make sure that the show Way Up with Angela Yee is successful? Anything you need from me? That's his question always. Like, what can I do to help you? He never asked me for anything. He's always like, just making sure everything is good. And I appreciate that.
He's also a legend in this business, too.
Yeah. He absolutely is a legend.
Come all the way from the Def Jam days.
Back in the day. So shout out to Kevin Lyles. I appreciate you. Now you guys get to shine a light on whoever it is that you feel like is doing something positive. Maybe somebody impacted your life. Maybe you watched the story on the news and you feel like that is amazing. I want to shine a light on this person. 800-292-5150. Nivea, how are you?
Hey, Angela, how you doing? I'm good.
Who do you want to shine a light on?
I wanted to shine a light on me and my mom because I just graduated from OSU 2 days ago, and my mom took me through the way. Her name is Alethea.
Yay!
Thank you.
Well, congratulations on graduating. Now what? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're like, give me a moment, please.
She like, nah.
Yeah, but it was really hard getting through college. So I wanted to shout out my mom because I had a lot of hardships, family drama, and just drama in life general. But she made sure I got through it, and she supported me.
Okay,
Sweet.
that's amazing. Shout out to Alethea.
Yeah.
And Mother's Day is coming up. What you gonna do for her?
So I'm cooking and I'm doing a lot of yard work because she always wants something done to her yard.
All right. Well, thank you for calling.
No problem. Thank you. Bye-bye.
What's up, Jaira? Who do you want to shine a light on?
Yo, I want to shine a light on this black-owned car dealership. It's called Millennial Auto Group in Detroit. They doing their thing. They getting people with bad credit approved, in-house finance, buy here, pay here. They doing their thing. For sure.
All right, that's nice.
Do we need a car, Angela? We love Detroit.
Yeah. Do I need a car in Detroit?
Hey, you know what? And they rent cars, too.
Oh, they rent cars.
too. Millennial Auto Group. They sell cars and rent cars.
All right. We'll be in Detroit again soon. You know, we got that building in Midtown.
All right, better that. Appreciate you all.
All right, thank you. Well, that was Shine a Light on Him, and of course brought to you by Born in Roma by Valentino, available at Macy's. Mother's Day is coming up, so that's a great present. And when we come back, we have Yeetie. And let's talk about Tory Lanez. He has been denied a new trial motion. We'll tell you the details. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Whoa, well, it is time for the Yee Tea on Way Up with Angela Yee. And Jasmine from the JasmineBrand.com is here.
Yes.
And Maino is in the building.
New Maino.
All right, well, Tory Lanez has been denied a new trial motion in the Megan Thee Stallion shooting case. Now, on Monday, he had asked the judge to please not ruin his life. And after several hearings across multiple days, that request for a new trial was denied yesterday by the judge. All right, he previously was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Now, the reason why they said is that there was just evidence that was overwhelming, and the arguments that he should get another trial are unfounded.
Okay.
So, looks like that's it.
So he's going to be sentenced in June?
Well, May 23rd, that's when the prosecutor's position on aggravating factors for his convictions are due. And then on May 24th, the prosecutor's sentencing memo is due June 6th. The defense sentencing memo is due, and then he gets sentenced June 13th.
Okay.
That's the timeline.
Gotcha.
Man.
All right. What, Maino?
Just unbelievable that we living in a time where we seeing stuff like this happen. Like, this is crazy. I still just can't believe that a rapper is in prison for shooting another female rapper.
Right.
That's crazy. It was a time when stuff like that didn't even happen.
I can't believe that happened either. I'm sure.
Right. Crazy.
But I'm sure for Megan Thee Stallion, she want to put all this behind her too. Like, let's just get this done.
Yeah.
And move on.
It's got to be painful to have to hear all the details and people speculating, weighing in, and all that kind of stuff.
Because people were really going in on her. Like,
For
Right.
sure.
that's...
Right.
All right, now Paramount Media Network, Showtime, and MTV Entertainment Studios are laying off 25% of their staff in the United States. And MTV News, which was significantly affected by layoffs more than 5 years ago, is shutting down. That's crazy. MTV News used to be it.
I know.
I'll show my boy Jason Rodriguez. He posted, because he worked at MTV News for a long time. He just did a post about MTV News from when he worked there. So they sent out a memo to the staff, and they said, despite Paramount's success in streaming, we continue to feel pressure from broader economic headwinds like many of our peers. And senior leaders in coordination with HR have been working together over the past few months to determine the optimal organization for the current and future needs of our business. So they have made that tough but very necessary decision to reduce our domestic team by approximately 25%.
I feel like every few days we're doing a story about layoffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the writers' strike is happening right now too, on top of everything else.
Right.
No more MTV News. We used to look forward to that.
Remember that?
But I'm going to keep it a buck.
I haven't looked at it in a long time.
That's what I was just about to say.
It's
I didn't
been
even know it
years
was
since
still-
we really looked at it, but it was a time when it was really a thing.
You remember that little intro?
Right.
I didn't even know it was still around, to be honest.
And maybe that's the problem.
I think we all
I don't think they were that focused on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to be honest just now.
Yeah.
I think we all fell off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, The Roots, Black Thought has announced a new memoir. I will definitely read that. It's called The Upcycled Self. It's his first ever book, and that's coming out on November 14th. So shout out to Tariq Trotter, a.k.a. Black Thought, the co-founder and singer, artist from The Roots. And I cannot wait to read that because I know he's had a very interesting life. Also, He can write. Right.
Well,
So-
he can definitely rhyme. So.
Yeah, so that means he can write.
I'm sure he has some great stories to share too.
Yes, indeed. Can't wait to hear it. And I feel like he doesn't really give that much of his personal life.
He seems mysterious.
Yeah.
Black Thought.
Yeah.
Black Thought.
All right, and IDK has talked about collaborating with Saucy Santana. Saucy Santana is openly gay, and he posted on his social media page, "I don't have to be a gay rapper to put an openly gay rapper on my song. I heard the beat, and I heard a very talented artist by the name of Saucy Santana on that beat. I love him forever for taking that risk with me. Now we have a banger for the summer. That song, Pinot Noir, which also features Juicy Fruit. Here is a snippet of that song.
That's the energy. Started getting money, turned enemies. Being broke ain't no enemy. When I'm broke energy.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
All right, Saucy. I ain't gonna lie, I like Saucy Santana. It ain't about whether, whatever. He's dope.
Right. I was grooving. That was
Yeah.
a little chill bop.
All right, and here's what Saucy Santana had to say. He posted, "Let's go, appreciate you, real N-words do real things."
Okay.
So I'm making this video to give a special shout out to IDK. And I just want to show gratitude and recognize him for including me in his space. Him being a straight male rapper, me being an openly gay rapper. A lot of people be scared of the backlash or what people might think, but I just respect him for noticing me as talent. He wasn't worried about what I rap about, who I am, how he thought I would act, or what anyone would think. He just saw talent.
Shout out to IDK, baby.
Saucy's lashes are popping. FY.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
We're going to get IDK up here, too. I've been telling him. Next week. Oh, he is coming. All right, there
dope.
you go. All right, well, that is your Yeetie, and we have About Last Night when we come back, and we had a time last night. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Last night.
So, about last night.
Last night.
Here's how it went down.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here.
Yes. Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay.
I don't know what you were about to say.
I couldn't.
Stay in tune. Stay in tune.
All right,
Stay
okay.
focused.
Maino is here.
Yeah, I'm here. Definitely.
And last night, actually, Jasmine and I were at a dinner. And, shout out to my girl, Rashida Jones from MSNBC. She hosted a dinner for me. She was like, let's just celebrate, what you have going on here with Way Up with Angela Yee. Because I feel like you haven't taken a moment to do that. Now, Maino thinks I'm celebrated all the time.
No, I'm the next one is coming from me at the Chelsea House.
At Chelsea House?
Yeah, we are celebrating you, honoring you.
But it was great. It was all women who came out to the dinner, and it was a really nice networking event.
It was.
It made me feel like I need to do things like this, more often. Thea Mitchum from up here at iHeart was there.
Shout out to Thea.
Hey, Thea. Angie Martinez came.
Shout out to Angie.
That is a radio
Voice
icon.
of New York.
Yes.
All right, I did Bob Pittman's podcast. He's our CEO at iHeart, and he has a podcast called Math and Magic. And he asked me to talk about somebody who really inspires me in this field, and Angie Martinez was the person who I talked about. So she was there last night.
She was talking about how much she loves golf too.
Yes, she goes golfing like every day.
She's addicted,
Really?
she said. Yeah.
It's like meditation for her.
I played golf really this past summer.
You did?
Like all day, yeah.
Okay.
How was it? Was it meditative for you?
It was cool. It was cool. I liked it.
And a beautiful
Yeah, it was
grass.
cool.
I've
Being
never played
outside.
golf in my life.
I understand why
It's
people,
addictive?
Yeah, and then you sitting there
I was really good on the Wii.
doing business deals.
Okay. Okay.
I was nice on the Wii.
I'm gonna
yeah.
get lessons.
I was really good on the Wii.
Yeah,
Listen,
the Wii I was a problem.
a beast.
Yeah.
Okay.
is Wii still a thing at
Nah,
all?
not at all.
Okay.
It's over.
Also, Melissa Ford was there. Shout out to Melissa Ford. You know her. She's on the Joe Button podcast now.
She's beautiful as always.
My girl Stacy, who does Wealth Wednesday, who's going to be here today with us, and Daryl Fairweather, the chief economist from Redfin, was there. Also, Barku from Essence. You know the Essence Festival is coming up.
Right.
Maino, do you ever go to Essence Fest?
You never invited me.
It's not my festival.
Yeah, but I feel like you part of the
I'm
administration.
definitely Team Essence
Yeah,
Fest.
you're part of the administration. You sit on the board.
Sidebar, Barku has triplets.
Yep.
6-year-old triplets.
Really, I got cousins that's triplets.
Really?
I
Yeah.
can imagine being a mom
And
to
twins.
3 6-year-olds at the
But it's
same
also like
time.
knocked it all out at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get it all out one time.
Yeah.
Jasmine, have you been to Essence Fest?
I have.
Okay.
And she and I talked about it yesterday, so we'll figure some things out.
My girl Tashara was there from Page 6.
Yes.
Tasha from BET. My agent Heather. I just want to shout out everybody that was there. We got to make sure we do things. Tracy, Natina. We need to make sure that we do things like this
Paris.
frequently. Yeah, Paris. Keys, who does my makeup.
Yeah.
Just sometimes to celebrate each other. I think moments like that are really important.
And we were there, honestly, Angela, to honor and celebrate you.
That's a fact.
Yep.
As always.
Stop it. That's not
always.
true.
And Rashida gave a really nice speech.
She did.
Did you get a trophy?
She did not get a trophy,
A plaque?
No, she did not get a plaque. But we gave her our love and our attention, and we said kind words inside our minds about Angela.
So I just want to encourage everybody to do things like this more frequently. Like, let's take the time to all get together. Let's put together networking events. Let's make sure we pair people up in the room.
Yes.
Right.
Because there were people there who've spoken but never met in person.
Oh,
That was
really?
really nice. To,
Right.
it's different when you get to network in person versus on email and things like that.
Yeah,
So
it was great to connect with
that was
other
last night.
women.
I had a good time. Shout out to Marcus Samuelson. We went to his restaurant, Havenmar. He's an amazing chef. If you ever have a chance to go to any of Marcus's restaurants around the world, make sure you do that.
Yeah, he's a legend in the food
Culinary
space.
world.
Culinary. Can we do something about Jasmine though?
Well, when we come back, because we have Tell Us a Secret right
No,
now.
but like, I want to do like an event. Based
Yeah,
on
we
Jasmine.
should honor her.
Oh, okay. I
Honor you.
didn't know where this was going, Maino.
Nah,
We're going to do that, but right now we have Maino's favorite segment, Tell Us a Secret. That's where you guys get to call
Please.
in anonymously
Begging you.
with no judgment. Okay? And this is the only time Maino has not been ashamed to beg. All right? He's begging you.
Please.
800-292-5150. Tell Us a Secret is way up with Angela Yee.
It's a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
Yes, it is way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine's here from the Jasmine brand.
I like that voice.
Maino is here.
Everybody's whispering. I don't understand.
Because it's Tell Us a Secret. You
Right.
got to take it down a notch so people feel
Yeah.
comfortable calling
No.
in,
Yes.
telling their
No.
secrets.
New Maino.
Maino, you have any secrets?
Plenty.
And they're going to stay there?
Yes, they're right.
Sometimes
They
it
gonna
makes
stay
people
secrets.
feel better.
It does, Maino.
No, I don't
Try
To
it.
tell
I
a
don't-
secret.
No, I don't think so.
You don't want to try it,
Definitely
Maino?
don't want to tell
How
y'all.
about this? I'll tell one of Maino's secrets.
Oh, great.
No,
It's crazy that you do know a
His
couple though.
face-
That's
his
that's
face
crazy.
said,
But you do know a few.
Maino's eyes
If you
just...
could have seen how horrified he looked just now when I said that.
That's why you'll never know no more. None of you.
No new... You're not going to tell us no new secret?
No new Maino.
Now I know how that guy felt right before you choked him.
You gotta stop.
Oh, my goodness.
You gotta stop.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta stop.
Maino said, which guy? All right. Well, 800-292-5150 is a number. Remember, you are anonymous. We are not judging you. Hello, anonymous caller. How are you?
What's up, Yee? How's it going?
I'm good. Maino and Jasmine are here.
Hello.
What's good?
What's up, gang? What's up?
What up? You have a secret for us?
Yeah, I have a secret. Hopefully, my classmates don't remember this, but in second grade, I had to run.
Ooh.
And long story short, I had to go, and it was in my pants. And luckily, it was in lunchtime, so I panicked. I didn't know what to do. So what I did was I took off my underwear and I hid it in someone's cubby. So then I hid it very well in the back of someone's cubby, and we went about 2 weeks, and the stench kept going and going and going. And
for
so
2 weeks, it was in
yeah,
a cubby.
That's crazy. But under those
Yeah.
circumstances, you really did the right thing, bro.
I mean, you're second grade. You don't know.
Yeah,
what
he
to
did.
do.
He
You
did
go on
second
the
grade.
floor,
He did-
or-
Right. He didn't
You
think
know?
to take it to the bathroom, but
Now, why didn't you at some point take it out of the cubby and throw it away?
Because I was too scared, because they was gonna know it was me the whole time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let it rock and blame it on someone else.
And then what happened when you went home with no underwear on?
Luckily I didn't tell my mom or anything. I just went home and put on the first pair of underwear I could, real quick.
you did the right thing, bro.
Were you around when they found the underwear?
I was, and I just acted like the rest of the classroom. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Whoever did that.
He was horrified. What disgusting kid did
Yeah.
this?
That's so funny.
Yeah, most def.
That's hilarious.
All right, well, thank you for sharing. But not
All
sharing
right,
that, but
hopefully my
sharing with
class
us.
don't remember that.
All right, well, at least he was in second grade and not
Right.
11th.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, if it was college, then we got a problem.
Right, right. Thank you. Hello, anonymous caller.
Hello, what's doing? What's going on, Angela?
What's good? You want to tell us a secret?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Detroit.
Okay, what up, though?
What up, though?
Yeah. What up, dog? One day I lost all my money in the dice game. But my so-called cousin had spent the night at my crib, and I lost all my money in the dice game that same night. But I made it seem like he stole my money. So I was going around telling everybody that he stole my money. He stole my money. So when certain people see me see him, I had to knock him out.
Oh
my gosh.
And on top of that, his mom's paid me my money back.
You a whole savage. You a whole animal.
Why would you do that?
I never told nobody this. Listen, I never told nobody this, but I feel kind of good that I'm saying it now.
Feeling good?
I'm not that type of person no more.
So, you lost your money in a dice game
and knocked his cousin
to your
out.
cousin, got the money back from his mom, but also knocked your cousin out, and had anybody.
It's not my real cousin. It's not my real cousin. You know, a friend of the family.
Right,
cousin.
but y'all grew up close.
Her son.
You grew up close with him.
Yeah.
So what happened to your relationship after that?
But why would you do that?
Still knocked out.
Cool. We real cool now.
Oh.
We real cool now because I'm not the type of person no more.
Okay.
And I'm like more of a motivational speaker now. So
right.
He didn't
I
go
feel
with
real good letting this out.
I'm so confused. Why would you? But why? I don't understand the motivation.
You judging?
Why? Because I was flat broke, right?
Okay.
And I was going to see my girl the next day.
Okay.
And I made it seem like I can make it seem like I was just broke from losing my money like an idiot. I'm like, man, somebody stole my money. I think it's my ass cousin.
See, he had to knock his cousin out.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And did you knock him out in front of people so people saw?
Yeah, it was actually it was at school. It was after school.
I ain't gonna lie, this sound like something Maino would have done.
You're a savage. You're a whole savage.
When I knocked him out,
part is now he's a motivational speaker.
Somebody pulled up and hopped out. It was an older man. He hopped out and he was like, he shielded him. He laid on him. He said, "Leave him alone."
Okay, so
His people's gonna mess you up. I'm like, I am his people's.
Wow. Knocked him out, then saved him.
Somebody else saved him.
Now he's a motivational speaker.
yeah. Well, I'm motivated.
Yeah, you're a motivational speaker though. Man, you got any motivation for us today?
Stay yourself, be yourself, man. That's it.
All right.
Got
I tell you be getting some big bucks for these pictures. Thank you.
And I love y'all.
All right, we love you too, man. Stay yourself. Be yourself.
Why you laugh like that?
That was crazy. I've never heard nothing like that in my life.
That's the whole motivation right there.
Yeah, stay yourself.
Stay up. Stay yourself.
Yeah, knock your cousin. Yeah, do you knock your cousin out? Do you? That's the motivation.
Ooh, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate the secrets always.
That was a good one.
Yeah, those are good ones. Those are two good ones.
Yeah.
Today.
But you was judgy though.
Who was you?
You is Jasmine.
Who is you?
Okay.
Yeah, Jasmine is you.
No, I just didn't understand the why. That's all. I wasn't trying to judge. I was trying to
What was the
understand.
purpose?
Yeah, I just didn't get why he was
Well,
doing
when I never understand the why, y'all say I'm judging.
Okay.
Well, I'm just glad you didn't advise a threesome today, Maino.
Oh, man.
800-292-5150. In case you couldn't get through, that is the number. You can always leave a message. And we got Yeetie when we come back. We'll have some explanations for what happened on the Basketball Wives reunion between Jackie Christie and Brooke Bailey. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And New Maino.
Yeah.
Is in the building, and we're talking about Basketball Wives, the reunion. Now, why are you smiling like that, Maino?
What? I'm always smiling. New Maino.
Maino, you like the show Basketball Wives?
I haven't watched it in years, but yeah, it was cool.
Maino's just happy to be out here.
Yeah.
You know, woke
Blessed.
up. Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
a blessing.
It's a blessing.
All right, well, one of the things that happened during the reunion that everybody was talking about, and we talked about it up here, was Jackie Christie and Brooke Bailey got into it because Brooke Bailey, her daughter died in a car accident. She was only 25 years old, and she felt like Jackie was not supportive at that time. Here's what originally happened during the reunion.
When my daughter passed away, you didn't even send one flower. You've been in LA, you didn't knock on my door to give me a hug or just to sit next to me quietly. You showed absolutely no support.
First of all, I didn't know what to say. And I'm so
Most
sorry.
people don't.
I knew that it would be a touchy situation when I saw you again. I sat and I cried for hours. I have 2 daughters. I didn't call you, but it hurt my heart that this happened to you. You have been through with your husband. I sat in your house and I talked to you for hours. So don't sit here and tell me I'm not a friend, because that's a lie.
What me and my husband went through has nothing to do with the death of my daughter, and it's in no comparison whatsoever.
I didn't know what to say.
Wow.
Okay.
I think all you can say now is I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Send my condolences.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I should have stepped up.
Yeah.
All right, so they've taken to social media to explain and provide some clarity on what happened. Now, Brooke said on Twitter, and to be clear, Jackie Christie sent me a very generic text days after my daughter passed, but the friendship that I thought we developed behind the scenes, I expected so much more from her. She knows this. We also discussed it at the reunion. Jackie Christie responded, really hope everyone stops spreading lies and hate about such a sensitive topic. I'm truly disappointed the narrative is being spun in such a way to insinuate or say I did not call her. On the very morning we all found out, as I said at the reunion, I spoke to Tyler and sent my love, prayers, and condolences. Here's what else Brooke had to say in response.
So when my daughter passed away, her sending me a generic text, maybe it was wrong for me to expect more from her, but I definitely did. When you consider someone your friend, you expect certain things. And I know what I would have done for her if she was in that situation, or how I would have been there for her. And it's not about her buying me a flower or flowers, doing anything other than being there for me. And if that was me expecting too much, then that's just what I did. And that's my fault for expecting more than what she was able to provide.
Okay. And then Jackie Christie went and posted the text messages to prove that she did text her.
Right.
And reach out.
Okay.
It is a sensitive topic.
It really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy that it has to be addressed in this way.
Because what's the really right way to show your concern?
There is not one way. That's
This
the
is
thing.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, there isn't one way.
Yeah, she did text her.
Yeah.
But I guess you feel like if you're really good friends with somebody, they would do more.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying. She expected more. But I appreciate them kind of giving clarity to, both sides, because it played out on the reunion, so...
Okay. All right. Now, here's another Instagram post that happened. One of the members from B5. You remember the group B5? They were signed to Bad Boy. Here's a snippet of the song Say Yes. You don't remember them signing to Bad Boy?
Nah, I don't remember them.
They had a song with Bow Wow, too.
Never heard this song a day in my life, Angela.
Okay. Well, anyway, 11 million people have seen the video on YouTube.
Okay.
All right.
But Justin Michael, who is one of the members of B5, recently did a post, and it's following the unfortunate murder of Rashida Williams, a.k.a. Coco the Doll. He said he wanted to make his relationship that he has public. He's dating a film director, D. Smith, and he wanted to advocate for his girlfriend. Here's what he had to say.
My girlfriend, she is transgender. Her name is D. Smith. Well, I don't want to be one of those men benefiting from like a trans woman in private and, and not celebrate her publicly. So I feel like it's time for, just men in general to basically step up and just own who we are.
All right. And D. Smith reposted the video and said, I'm so proud of you. We've known each other for almost 10 years now. And every moment with you was always validating. So many men only dream of being as brave as you are. Thank you for being the example of a human, just loving a human. I'm so grateful for your heart, ambition, and spirit. I love you.
I love that.
Yeah, so that they can publicly celebrate and love each other.
Yeah, I mean, if they're doing it in private, I mean, it's who wants to only be loved in private,
Right.
You want people to let everybody know that they're with you?
That's not what I'm saying.
You want somebody to profess their
they've
love
been
for
together
you?
10 years, though.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Well, good for them.
Yes. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar stories that are not necessarily headline news stories. But I feel like today we got to do a headline news story. I mean, Donald Trump was all over the news.
All over the news. I got news. This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Jasmine is here from the Jasmine brand.
Yes.
And Maino is here.
Yes, I am.
New Maino.
That's right.
Listen, today, this story is not under the radar. I've been following this E. Jean Carroll versus Donald Trump.
E. Jean Carroll is like his diss.
E. Jean Carroll.
E. Jean?
Yeah, that's her name.
But he called her aging.
Oh, did he?
Right.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He said, oh. All right. Well, a federal jury in New York did find that Donald Trump is liable for battery and for defamation in the civil trial, so he has to pay her $5 million in damages. The jury was made up of 6 men and 3 women. And I was actually watching the news this morning on MSNBC, and they were saying how people would have looked at that jury and been like, this is not good because it's 6 men on it.
Right.
Right. But it turns out that they did do the right thing.
That says a lot.
Yes. And so they did find that he was guilty of. Now it's not rape,
right?
Necessarily
sexual assault, right?
Mm-hmm. And defamation.
So what she claims that he sexually assaulted her in a dressing room
in Bergdorf Goodman, a department store in a dressing room.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And so here is the deposition that I think really shows and did not help. It was not in his favor. Here's what Donald Trump, the audio they used from the deposition.
It's true with stars that they can grab women by the...
Well, that's what it's. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that.
So the fact that
Jesus Christ,
if you look over the last million years,
a million years.
Yeah, I don't know if he really is crazy or if he really just believe what he's saying. Like I'm
I mean, that's
confused.
if you really believe that that's just what it is,
A
then that
million years.
kind of shows that why would you have an issue with doing something like this if that's what you feel like you can do?
Can you imagine being a part of Trump's team and hearing him say that, and you're like, oh my goodness,
Right, because he believes stars can just do whatever they want.
Now, E. Jean Carroll, in the meantime, said that this was one of the best days of her life. She was on Good Morning America today, and here's what she said.
How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. Yesterday was probably the happiest day of my life. Despite prosecutors and special counsels and investigators piling all these legal snarls up to Trump, it was this 5'3" wily female attorney and this elderly 79-year-old advice columnist who are finally holding Donald Trump liable.
Well, there you have it. And I don't think anybody really thought that this would happen because he's been getting away with so much.
Right.
Right, because he made that statement a while ago, and it still didn't mess him up. He still was president after that.
And it's crazy because I think he has a town hall today, too, with CNN. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with that. But Donald Trump also, after the verdict, went on his social media platform, Truth Social, and he had some things to say about the judge and the jury.
You expect from a Trump-hating, Clinton-appointed judge who went out of his way to make sure that the result of this trial was as negative as it could possibly be, speaking to and in control of a jury from an anti-Trump area, which is probably the worst place in the United States for me to get a fair trial. We'll be appealing this decision. It's a disgrace. I don't even know who this woman is. This is another scam. It's a political witch hunt. And somehow we're going to have to fight this.
Okay. You know what else they did during the deposition that was funny? He said that E. Jean Carroll was, quote, not his type.
Right.
But during the deposition, they showed him a picture from the late 80s that appeared to depict Donald Trump and E. Jean Carroll in conversation with their then spouses. And he identified E. Jean Carroll incorrectly as his ex-wife, Marla Maples.
Yep.
So then they were like, well, it does seem like that's your type if you thought that was your ex-wife. In the picture. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. And you know we have the Way Up Mix coming at the top of the hour. Plus, we do have my girl, Daryl Fairweather, joining us. She is the chief economist for Redfin. It is a Wealth Wednesday, and she's going to be telling us all about the real estate market and what's going on now. Should you be nervous? Should you be investing? Should you be trying a house flip? What's the deal? It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And New Maino.
New Maino.
New Maino with the Yee tea. And we really mean it this time. There is a New Maino.
New Maino again.
Now, congratulations, Macy Gray, California Jet Club, and New Maino.
Yeah.
You have the #1 added R&B record in the country.
That's right.
You are featured on this Macy
right.
Gray song.
Yeah.
And it is called Every Night.
Yep.
All right,
Every night.
here's a snippet for you guys.
Really know I got a no quit attitude, good gratitude, going high like we hanging on a parachute.
New Maino. That was inspirational.
Yeah.
And aspirational.
Man.
All the racial.
Motivation.
And transformational.
What? Angelo?
Motivational.
Okay.
Motivational.
Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was.
That's dope.
Yes.
You woke up to that news or what?
I got the news yesterday.
Okay.
Shout out to Macy Gray, the California Jet Club. They put that together, put me on the record, and it's
It sounded good.
That's dope. Yeah.
Okay, man. Mano songs do be Manovational.
Yeah.
Aside from the ones that's nasty.
Nasty.
But yeah, okay.
Allegedly.
All right, now according to Radar Online, Jamie Foxx's family is praying that he will fully recover, but they're also preparing for the worst.
What?
Yes, according to a source, they said he's doing okay and improving, but they also feel like he wouldn't be in a hospital this long if he was anything close to okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's super. It's concerning. I'll say that.
Man.
Super concerning.
Yes, so prayers for Jamie Foxx again and for his family that everything is going to be okay.
Nah, 100%.
All right, Jonathan Majors, he could be in prison for up to a year if he is found guilty of a charge in this domestic violence case. Now, his attorney has been slamming proceedings as a byproduct of the racial bias that permeates the criminal justice system. And he had to appear virtually for a hearing. And so all you hear him saying really is, yes, ma'am. And they said the next hearing is June 13th. The judge said he has to appear in person for that one.
Okay.
So he has to be in court on June 13th. If not, there'll be a warrant for his arrest within 48 hours. And if you're brought back on the warrant, the next judge can revoke and even set bail.
Okay.
He's a clear example of getting knocked right back down immediately.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know what's going to end up happening with that one.
Right.
White man giveth, and they take it away.
I don't know if
innovational.
telling you,
I don't
man.
know if this is. I don't know if that's accurate for this case.
Why not? All of those deals he had.
Yeah,
Notice.
but I don't know if that wasn't anyone's fault. Though.
They said it's nobody's fault.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying it's when
Nobody's like standing
right.
by like.
Nobody's standing next to that heat.
Right, yeah. Understandable.
Taking away all of those situations, all of these roles, all of these opportunities.
Right.
Man.
You know?
Is it? Well, we'll see if it was his own fault.
Yeah, we'll see.
Lil Wayne is reflecting on his iconic 100-plus feature run in 2007. I don't think anybody could do that many features like that. Some people would say, oh, he's being oversaturated, you're doing too much. But for Lil Wayne, that really worked to his advantage. And he actually did a sit-down with Missy Elliott about that. And here's what he had to say. This is for TV1's Uncensored.
In 2007, they say that you did over 100 collaborations.
Features, yeah. I was only acknowledged for 77 of them.
I don't even think it was another artist playing on a radio, Dad.
That's real. I remember being able to get in my car and
Every
just
second,
turn the radio
yes.
on. I don't care if I got the station wrong. I could have switched to a pop station by mistake. I'm still on that motherfucker.
All right, there you go.
That Wayne wave was crazy.
Yep.
No ceilings.
And he could do whatever he wants to do for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Good.
If you want to do more music, if you want to just tour, if you want to do a TV show, he's going to make some money.
Yep.
All right, well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, we were talking about this, and this is based off of the story of Shaquille O'Neal. You know, they were trying to serve him for quite some time for this case, and they finally managed to catch up with him. But he's still saying he didn't properly get served because I guess they threw it at him in the car, the papers. So we want to talk about what is the process of getting served, and can you just say, throw it on the ground and say I wasn't served? But we actually have an attorney who's going to give us the details on that, and then clearly, Maino, we want to hear from you. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. And Maino is here.
Yep, I'm here.
And out of Yeetie, we were talking about Shaq. Now, he is saying that he was not served adequately. These court papers, they were tossed at his moving car. And I wanted to see what happens when you don't get served properly. What is the protocol? Because I wanted to know, we have an expert on the line. He is the Law Bulldog, Adam Oremlin. You can follow him at Law Bulldog. Hey, Adam, what's up? How are you?
Good, Angela. How are you?
And I wanted to ask you this question about getting served court papers. We see that Shaq is trying to dismiss this lawsuit. He says that they did not serve him these court papers adequately. They were tossed, he said, at his moving car. Now, what is the deal with serving somebody? Because I've seen people duck getting those papers. But what is the real situation? Because are you still liable if you just don't touch them, if you let them fall to the ground?
Every state has different procedures on what proper service is. Dodging the process server for months at a time doesn't necessarily get you out of the lawsuit or you getting served properly at some point.
So what if they never catch you?
Well, I mean, they're probably always going to catch you. There are different procedures set up. Like in New York, you can mail and serve, basically mail to the last known business or address that you were at, and then you also nail it to that post, the address. I mean, there's no way to really get out of it outside of maybe passing away.
Okay. All right. So you might as well face the music.
Might as well just not run from them.
All right. Well, thank you. You guys can follow Adam Orland at Law Bulldog. Okay. Thank you so much for always checking in.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey, the main thing here is, have y'all ever been served? Jasmine?
I don't think I've ever been served. I definitely have, stuff mailed to me.
Yeah, I've had something mailed to me too.
I've had
like
countless
certified
stuff mailed.
Certified mail.
Yeah.
What about you, Maino?
Yeah, I've been served. You started laughing before you even got the question out, like you knew I've been served already.
Now let's ask Maino.
I got served before back a few years ago. Well, my son was younger back then when my son's mother thought she wanted to take me to court.
She thought.
Yeah, she thought. It was a thought.
So where were you? Tell me how it happened.
What happened was I went to pick up my son from his aunt. I think it was at a clinic or something. He had like an appointment. I went to pick him up, and when I got there, she was leaving, and what she did was she left out and then ran back in and said, "Oh, I forgot. These is for you."
Ooh.
Right, and it was
Wait,
like
who
an envelope.
gave it to you?
It was his aunt.
Okay.
Her sister.
Because the person can't serve you. It has to be someone
So-
else.
Oh, I didn't know that rule either.
Yeah, me neither. So she walked out first.
Auntie.
Yeah, Auntie walked out first and then spent back and was like, "Oh, I forgot. These are yours."
She probably thought about it for a second. Like,
No,
man,
that was a part of the plan.
I know, but I'm saying I wouldn't want to do that. Okay.
No, that was.
So
I
you
think
took
that
it.
was a whole part of the plan. And off a reaction,
Yeah.
I grabbed it.
Right.
And when I
got
grabbed
served.
it, I got served. And I'm like, "What was this? What is this?"
You got served, and you actually looked at the documents, right?
Yeah, because I didn't. It was in a manila envelope, and
Yeah.
I was confused at what she was giving me. Right? I didn't. Right? Because I
And
didn't
that's when
know.
she skirted off.
Right, she ran right back. Yeah, she ran right back out, and it was like, "Oh, what is this?" And I looked, and I was served.
Wow.
How did you feel?
Yeah, I was going to ask you that.
I felt played.
I've been bamboozled.
Did you think to throw it on the ground or?
Nah, I kept it. I was like, all right. I had another plan though.
What was the other plan?
Not to come to court.
That's a terrible plan.
Yeah, that's not a good
No,
idea.
it worked.
Oh, you didn't go to court?
No, it worked.
You acted like, how do you just not go to court?
Because I knew that my son's mother wasn't going to keep up with it.
Okay. Oh my
So
gosh.
I was just getting the court date
Sounds
stretched out.
dysfunctional.
Did you hold
Really
a grudge
long.
against the aunt, or you kind of moved past it?
Nah, I didn't hold a grudge. I mean, this is our sister.
Yeah, what's she supposed to do?
Yeah,
No, of
she
course
was-
she. No, but you know, I feel like Maino kind of holds a grudge sometimes.
Here you go.
So I was wondering in this
I
case.
thought this was a judge-free zone.
Oh, that's a fact. Jasmine, if you need me to serve anybody, I will. Do you?
I might have some people.
Okay. One time, I was leaving the station, and somebody, I'm not going to name names.
Okay.
He got served like while we were walking to the car.
Oh my.
He was walking. We just were walking in the same direction, and his child's mother was in the car watching as he got served by somebody else, and he was so mad he just threw the stuff on the ground.
Wow.
Listen,
And the person that served him like did a spin around dance move. Yeah, it was
Really?
crazy. I was like, what's happening?
Listen, I was dating this guy this one time, and somebody knocked on the door. He went to the door, whatever, came back with an attitude. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He's like, nothing. And, I'm and then later he told me he got served.
Wow.
His wife at the time,
Getting served is
or
not
ex-wife,
a fun
served him.
thing.
Yeah, he had an attitude. I'm like, what's wrong with you? He came back, whole disposition changed.
I bet. All right. Well, these are our served stories. Because somebody was trying to call me one time, and I guess the process server or whatever, but I wasn't,
You was nowhere around.
I didn't even know who the person was. I was like, sorry.
They were
I don't know
trying
who this is.
to get you
And
to
then
get to the
that's when I got
person.
this certified mail
Oh,
that had,
okay.
yes. All right. Well, if you guys want to leave a message and tell your stories, we'll definitely play them at the end of the show today. But it is a Wealth Wednesday, and my Wealth Wednesday partner, Stacey Tisdale, is about to come in the room. And we have Daryl Fairweather joining us. She is the chief economist for Redfin. So everybody who is interested in real estate, who is watching the news and wondering what is going on with mortgages right now, are people buying homes? Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? Is it a recession? All of those questions, we do have an expert on hand. It's Wealth Wednesday. Way up with Angela Yee.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee.
You
Hey,
are.
Maino.
You are Angela Yee.
I am. The nicest person, right? And Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here. Also really nice.
Yes. Nice people.
Nice people.
Yes.
And yes, Maino, we are here. We've been having a fun time with you. And congratulations, by the way, on... Why are you laughing?
Am I getting honored?
Yes,
For
we're
what?
honoring you.
Yeah, that's a big
today.
deal. Yeah, it's a big deal.
For what?
About the
And
single.
Macy Gray song.
I thought I was getting honored for the other thing.
No, man, we can't say that on the radio.
Oh, right. You're really funny.
But yes, so I think that's how did that even come about?
Macy Gray, I got a relationship with her. I had actually put on a song of mine
I remember
a few
that.
years ago, maybe about 2019.
Mhm.
And we got cool. You know, I would come to LA and we would vibe, met her family, met her kids. And so when she was coming back out, she was like, I got this song I want to put you on. And we did it.
It's
Every
doing
night.
well.
Yeah.
And so, to be clear, this is the #1 added R&B record in the country.
In the country. That's right.
Yeah, look at that.
right.
Dope.
So congratulations.
Yo, Maino,
it's a dope song too.
It is. You're blessed, Maino.
We all are.
We are. Yeah. I'm just talking about you though. I think this is a blessing. This is
So is this
dope.
sort of like a honor?
Yeah.
So we would like to honor you.
Really?
Yes, we would.
I'm gonna get you a smoothie
or juice.
I thought I was getting a plaque or maybe like a trophy.
It's in the mail. It's on the way.
Yeah,
Give
something.
him a Cheez-It
a medal.
and a smoothie.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone listening, Maino and Angela Yee kill my Cheez-Its. You
Allegedly.
They're in front of Maino.
Well,
the evidence.
I bring
is right
Cheez-Its
here.
a few times a week, and they devour them.
I juice in the morning.
I actually have video footage.
I bet you do.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
She has footage.
You see how you do that?
Has
You go
I
against
got
me.
messed up, Maino.
Now I bet you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you so much, Jasmine, for the Cheez-Its. And Maino, you are blessed. And congratulations on this
Thank
honor
you.
today.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you check that out. And
Thank you for my smoothie.
And it is a Wealth Wednesday. When we come back, we do have Chief Economist from Redfin, Daryl Fairweather, joining us. She's super amazing. Went to MIT, University of Chicago, has her PhD. Okay. And yeah, I think... You know, for me, I love to be around people like this who are smarter than me in different fields, and I learn a lot from her. I follow her on social media. That's how I actually even know her.
And she was at your dinner last night.
Yes, and she came to my dinner last night, so I'm just excited to have her on. It's Way Up with Angela Yee, Wealth Wednesday.
Yeah, she back at it. Bring in the Mac. Way Up with Angela Yee is on.
Talking to Daryl Fairweather, the chief economist for real estate site Redfin. What about renting, right? Some people would feel like I have to own a home, I have to buy a home. But in certain instances, and I was just reading an article about this, how you should just rent. And if you're not in the position to own, just relax.
Yeah, I'm not against renting. I think the thing people need to be aware of is you still need to save. Homeownership is an automatic savings. When you pay your mortgage payment, part of it goes to the equity and that builds up your wealth. If you're renting, just make sure that you're still setting aside money for like your 401k, your kids' college savings, or whatever it may be. And if it's not automatic already, you set up an automatic system so you're always putting away money every month and you still have that benefit.
The parameters are supposed to be never spend more than 30% of your income on your house. I don't know anybody who can stick to that rule, and
especially in New York.
Yeah, and also make sure that you're gonna, if you're gonna buy something, that you're gonna stay in it or invest in it for at least 5 years. How important is that, and how difficult is that?
I think for a lot of people, it's unrealistic for the 30% limit, especially if you're a renter. I mean, I think people should think about it long term. It's okay to spend a little bit more than that if it means that you're living in a place where you have a good job, where you'll earn more in the long run. I think you should think about it more as a long-term decision. But make sure that you have money for the things that are emergencies. Like that housing cost, whether it's a mortgage payment or a rental payment, it's going to be there every single month. And you need to figure out a way to make that payment no matter what happens.
How can you assess whether or not you are ready to buy a home? Like, say you're renting right now and you want to know, like, can I really afford this? How do you kind of assess if you can financially do it?
I think you should, get out the paper and pen and write down your budget, figure out exactly what you're spending on every category, and also think about how that might change when you become a homeowner. Maybe you're going to be spending more money on your lawn or landscaping or home improvements. Maybe you're living farther away from your job and you need to commute longer. Maybe you're closer to your job and you commute less. Like, all those things will change, so you need to make sure that your budget is reasonable and that you have a little bit extra left over for that rainy day fund.
We're talking to Daryl Fairweather, the chief economist for real estate site Redfin. Now, you also have a book coming out.
Well, not until next year, but yes, we can talk about it.
Start talking about it now. Okay, because that's very exciting. So let's talk about Daryl Fairweather, because you're going to share some of your story with us, which I think is so interesting for people to know. So what made you decide this was a time for a book?
Well, I feel like I've gotten to this point in my career where I'm pretty well established, and I wanted to write down like how I got here before I forget it, before I kind of get out of touch. And also, as an economist, there are so few women of color, Black women, who are economists, and I really wanted to break it down, economics, for someone like me 10 years ago. Like, I wanted to put it in terms that would be exciting to me. A lot of the times, economics textbooks and lectures, they focus on white men. They tell their stories, but we have stories too that apply to economics.
Yeah, I saw that because we got a little bit of a tease of it. So Freakonomics was a book that kind of changed your view on things.
Yeah,
that was a big one.
Yeah, Steve Levitt was my advisor in grad school. He's the author.
Yeah.
That is not a game. But so your parents, this is not necessarily what they wanted you to do.
No, my dad was warning me not to go into economics. I went to MIT for undergrad, and he thought I was going to be an engineer. And when I told him I wanted to do economics, he was concerned that I was going to face prejudice. I was going to face bias, because economics can be subjective. It's not like just math and science where the right answer is the right answer. Economists don't want to admit this, but economics is subjective. And because there are so many white men who dominate the field, we usually only see it from their perspective. So on the one hand, I knew I would face like a disadvantage, there being not that many role models for me. But on the other hand, like, I felt like an obligation kind of to be one of these people that breaks into the field.
It's a lot to admire. I started at Wall Street as a cash manager, and then was about to go into an economics training program, and that's exactly when I raised my hand and I said, this is not what I want to do. That was a long time ago.
Well, so will we get to read about some of the obstacles that you had to face? Because I have to imagine in many rooms and spaces, you might be the only Black woman.
I was the only Black woman to ever get a PhD from the University of Chicago in economics, and I believe that's still true.
Doctor.
Yeah, so I mean, there are like subtle ways where it's a bit rough, just because like you don't have people that look like you that can be friends with you, and there are like also subtle things like, who gets picked for your study group, or the way that professors treat you or view your potential. It was something to overcome, but I'm here.
I feel like if I would have seen Daryl Fairweather when I was young, I'd have been like, I want to be an economist.
Yeah, because I feel like we don't really hear a lot about these kind of professions and the kind of work that you do.
Yeah, and economists get paid, so I feel like a lot of people, I mean, it's real. It's true. Yeah. I think that like people don't see it as a path for them. There are so many like niche professions that people don't hear about, but this is a path for people.
I love it.
It's Wealth Wednesday, and my partner Stacey Tisdale is here with me, as she is for Wealth Wednesdays, and we also have Daryl Fairweather with us. She is the chief economist for Redfin. We have more details about the housing market when we come back. It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Now I'm back at it. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Jasmine from the Jasmine brand is here, and my partner in Wealth Wednesdays, Stacey Tisdale, is here. Our special guest is Daryl Fairweather. She's the chief economist at Redfin.
Where in the United States do you think is a good place to be buying real estate regionally?
It kind of depends on your personal preference. If it's just a pure investment play, Angela Yee's smart. Like, Detroit is on the up and up. Like, it started from such an affordable place, and it just keeps rising.
Yeah.
El Paso is really affordable. They always top our list of places that are going up in value. It's the more affordable markets that have the most room to grow.
Right. And look, with Detroit, what I like about it, I always feel like it's important to invest in a place that you're familiar with. So I'm very familiar with Detroit. I'm not a fan of not going someplace and seeing what's happening there. So I really had to go see the building. It's in Midtown. It's an amazing area. Jasmine has invested also, so I'm excited for that. Part of what I want to do, just like what you're doing, is encourage people to come together. If you can't do it on your own, why not put a group together to go ahead and invest in real estate, and then have people on board who really know what they're doing and then can help direct you? Because I feel like once you get in that space, people really do want to help you. People do want to support the fact that like you're doing something, but I was like, I don't want to ask anybody for anything until we closed, because I didn't want to start talking to people about different things. And I think it's important for people to also know about grants that are available and all types of programming that's available. On Redfin, do they have information like that? Because I think that would be invaluable for people to see what's available in the city if you're buying or you're investing.
So we do have information about down payment assistance. So if you qualify for that, you can click the link and get connected with organizations that can help you with that. And also, you can filter by price, you can filter by type of building and see all the information. Also things like transit and walkability. A big expense for people when they're buying a home is actually their car. So living somewhere walkable or transit oriented can actually save people a lot of money.
Cost a fortune in New York.
Yeah, definitely.
Will you tell people what Redfin is?
So Redfin is a tech-powered real estate brokerage. We have our website. We have our app. You can go on there and see all the homes that are for sale. We have rentals now. We have our mortgage company. We have title. We do everything related to residential
it's been really
real estate.
expanding a lot.
Yeah.
I get all my, because, I go on Redfin when I look at real estate. And even when I'm not buying, I like to see what's happening. So what I like is Redfin also gives you information, articles.
Yeah.
I like to see what's for sale in a neighborhood where I have something so I can understand the value of what it is that I'm doing. So right now, I just, I'm a little cash poor because we just did this last investment.
We did, yeah.
But I'm always paying attention to what's happening in neighborhoods that I'm interested in. And so I get a lot of updates from Redfin throughout the day. So
yeah, and we have all kinds of data too, everything from school quality, walkability, transit, climate scores, like anything you would need to know. Air quality, that's a new one. So everything you'd want to know. That's one that people don't really think about. Like, you're moving somewhere, your kids are going to be living there. You want to know if it's going to be giving your kids asthma.
Yeah. And things like, I'm a new mom, but I didn't care about stuff like that until I had a kid. I would never think about schools or the environment. I wouldn't think about anything like that. I wouldn't care about my lungs, but
right. Well, listen, I love the fact that you're there. That's why I'm like, okay, Redfin is where I go for everything now. So, Daryl Fairweather, thank you so much for joining us. I know we're going to keep on having you up here on Way Up with Angela Yee. Anytime you're in town, just make sure you please hit me up, because this is information that I feel like we always need to make sure that we keep on refreshing, because it changes a lot too.
Oh, I would love to be back. Thank you so much.
We'll definitely be back. We want to definitely have you back closer to when your book comes on Wealth Wednesday.
Yes, I love that we're building hype. Like,
we're totally hyping your book. And I have to hype a new member of the Wealth Wednesdays family tonight at 8 p.m. on Team Yee Facebook page. We have Wealth Wednesdays after party with Jay White premiering. Everybody go to Team Yee Facebook page tonight at 8 p.m. And his first guest, the one and only Tawanda Braxton, talks about a new entrepreneurial venture. So
okay, we got all the previews out now, so get ready for that tonight. Shout out to Jay White. Daryl Fairweather, thank you again. Where can people follow you?
You can follow me at Fairweather PhD on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, even LinkedIn, wherever. I'm everywhere.
People are like, Daryl's coming. What time is he getting here? I'm like, no, she's gonna be.
Right.
Sounds like it's a woman.
Yeah. You can call me Daryl Rose Fairweather. I really want to feminize it.
That's funny.
All right, well, let's Way Up with Angela Yee, Wealth Wednesday. And when we come back, we have Ask Yee. If you have any questions, you can call us up right now. 800-292-5150. It's Way Up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and it's time for Ask Yee. Now, this is where you guys get to call in and ask us about anything that is on your mind, anything that you might need some help or support with. And the number is 800-292-5150. Today, we have somebody who wants to remain anonymous. Hello, anonymous caller. What's your question?
My husband has mental issues, and there are cause for a lot of our issues. He isn't interested at this time to get mental help. Sometimes he says he is, and other times he says he's not interested. We have young children, and I don't want his habit, if not help, to soon reflect over the children. My question is, what should I do? Should I try to do whatever to my children and leave him, or should I take my marriage and my vows, for better or for worse?
Right. And so when you say that he agrees to get help and get counseling, do you guys show up someplace? Are you trying to do it online? Is it him by himself? Is it...
We've done both. We've tried to do couples counseling. We've also tried to do individual counseling. He'll make the appointment. He'll agree to go. And then, like, sometimes the day of or the day before, he'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to do it.
Okay.
It's the same thing with like, other stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's just a whole bunch of just things. But we have, like I said, 3 young children, and it's difficult to leave him because I've known him for so long. I've known him since I was 12. I'm 24 right now.
Right.
So, and we've been together for so long, it's hard to leave him. But a lot of people are telling me it's best for me and the children to step away.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things. Have you guys tried online counseling, or is it only in person?
We've only tried in person. We have not tried online.
Well, I would recommend at least trying that, because maybe it'll be easier if he doesn't have to show up somewhere. And if it's like, okay, you can do this from the comfort of home. I feel like you're doing everything you can, right? You're encouraging him to go get counseling. You want to go with him. You're very kind to him. You guys have children together. And this is something that I've heard from counselors and therapists nonstop. that first and foremost, you cannot sacrifice your own mental health to help somebody else, because now you have two people that are suffering, right? And so what are you doing to take care of yourself?
Honestly, now I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am going through a lot right now. I lost my job last Monday.
Oh my gosh.
And, you know, my oldest is 4. My youngest will be 1 next month. And I found out on Thursday that I'm pregnant again. And I don't want to have another child right now. He doesn't believe in abortion, so it's a little difficult. But
okay,
that's kind of like where we are and what I'm dealing with.
Well, first of all, we want to send you so much love, because you are certainly dealing with a lot. And right now, just from what I've heard from experts and from what I know, you need to take care of you first and foremost, okay? If you're encouraging him to do what he needs to do and he's not doing it, you can't force it. I would say get him to do online. If he's not willing to do that, you need to do what's best for you and figure out what that is, right? And so that might mean you getting the counseling that you need to get. And if that means that you have to sacrifice, and I understand that marriage vows are for better or for worse, but that means both of you have to be participating in the for better or for worse. It can't be just you making sacrifices while the other person is not willing. And it could be his mental health issues that's preventing him from that. But you cannot sacrifice yourself and your family.
Especially your children. Your children did not ask to be in that situation of, you know, you two trying to figure it out. And I think, like Angela's saying, if you do therapy or counseling, they can help you think about what it looks like if you decide to leave. And they can help you come up with some kind of action plan and help you think about the kind of support you're going to need if you decide to leave for the betterment of your children.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, it has been just me taking care of us and our children, like, for the last, I'm going to say, well, he hasn't had a job consistently for the last 2 years. He's had, like, odd-end jobs, but for the last, like, 4.5, 5 years, I've been the main supporter, the main person taking care of us, making sure we have food on our table. We got evicted from our last place in July. We've been living in a campground because my last child was born in June, and I was on maternity leave. I couldn't afford to pay for a place. He really wasn't motivated to get the job because he, like I said, the mental thing, he can't work for anybody. He has to work for himself.
Right.
His mental thing is honestly a block for a lot of his things. Like, if he got that situated, a lot of doors would open up for him. And
it's not anything that he can really obviously he didn't want to be in this position either.
Right.
And so it's preventing a lot. I do feel like, as far as your kids, like, is there anything we can do? Do you need anything for the children right now?
Maybe diapers, that's about it. I really don't know. I'm just taking it day at a time. I have customer service experience, so I'm trying to, find a job there. Like I said, we live on a campground, so, like, at this point, I'm just, like, about to pick up and move wherever, because I don't have a job right now. I don't have where to go. So
okay.
I'm just.
All right, well, hold on the line. Let's see if we can get you some additional help, because I don't think that even just us being on the phone like this is enough for what it is that you need. And I do want to say that if you have to do what you need to do for you and your family, that also might be a way for him to realize the severity of what he needs to do for himself. Because if he's not willing to help himself, there's nothing you can do for somebody that won't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, hold on. We're going to get your information, okay? It'll be confidential.
Okay, of course.
All right, well, that was Ask Gee. And again, the number is 800-292-5150. Any questions that you have. If you can't get through, you can always leave a message and we can answer that question too. When we come back, we have Last Word. That's where you guys get to have the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Pick up the phone. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
Yes, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, Jasmine from the Jasmine brand. Sitting pretty.
Yes.
Maino, also sitting pretty.
No, I don't sit pretty.
Sitting handsome.
What?
I got games today.
Sitting handsome.
Sitting handsome.
You're sitting handsome
so
today.
It's 2 against 1.
Yeah.
Well,
2 versus 1.
No. But Maino, congratulations, honestly, today.
Thank you.
That's major.
Thank you.
It's major.
Number 1 most added R&B record in the country.
Yes, indeed.
New Maino.
Right. And thank you guys for tuning in today. It is a Wealth Wednesday. You know, Wealth Wednesday, I love talking about money.
You do.
And so that is one of my favorite days of the week. Maybe Wednesday's my favorite day. And
Money
it's hump
talk.
day.
Wednesday is your favorite day. Day, and Thursday is my favorite day, I think.
Yeah, I think I like hump days and I like Wealth Wednesdays.
I like it's Friday Eve. I love Thursdays. It's kind of like an anticipation of Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing today?
We're going to Chelsea House.
Yeah.
Really nice.
We're going to eat very well today.
Very well.
I know.
Very well.
We're getting honored at Chelsea House today.
Yeah, we're both being honored. We're going to get trophies. We're going to get the key to the restaurant.
Key to the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Key to the restaurant.
What else is happening?
But
Might have a plaque with y'all names on it.
But yeah, we're going to eat good at...
yeah, we're going to have a time.
Yeah.
We're going to tear that restaurant up, baby. All right. Well, thank you to Daryl Fairweather for joining us, the chief economist at Redfin. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah, so she'll be back. You know, she's like, Angela, anytime you need me, I'm there.
She got a book coming too, so
yeah,
she got to come back for that
out next year. She's like, come on, let's stop talking about it. And of course, it is a Wednesday, so we also love Wednesdays because it's Tell Us a Secret.
We love Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Tell us a secret.
Yeah, today was
Y'all was whispering today.
Yeah, because that's what you do.
It feels confidential like that.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some secrets in Chelsea House, baby.
No,
Look on
yes.
those cameras. All right. Well, anyway, we will see y'all tomorrow. You guys be safe out there, and Maino, be safe until we see you again. I feel like you're not going to be here until next week.
I mean, you never know.
You keep taking off from work, man. I don't know about that.
You never know.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And here's your last word.
My secret is that I got married in Hawaii a few weeks ago, and I met my husband's family for the first time last night. And come to find out, when I was younger, I dated his mom, and I dated his father, and I dated his sisters 4 years ago. So now I got to find a way to explain to him about my past.
I've been wanting to get this secret off my chest. So a few months ago, I have a male cousin I'm very, very close with, and he has a best friend that's like a cousin to me. We've known each other over 20 years. We started sleeping together like 10 years ago, and my cousin had a birthday party a few months ago, a cabin party, and we got it the whole time, and nobody knew.
Yeah, listen. You vibing way up with Angela Yee.